This ain't shit. I gotta switch to the black version.
Oh damn. Gas station TV? Yo, these guys never miss for it.
Oh shit!
What the fuck?
Hey, what's good, little n***? Anyways, it says on this dumbass piece of blunt paper right here that you've been diagnosed with a disease called no bluntosaurus.
What the fuck is that?
To put it in other words, you ain't got no weed, bitch ass n***.
Can't hear. It's been long, hasn't it? Well, better late than never. As you may all know, Helium 227 is a very daunting planet. Everyone with our differences aside should just be able to relax and engage in some of that exotic to stray away from reality, you know. Now, I can already hear people saying, but where? This planet is too dangerous to find a good spot. Well, luckily for you all, I have done researches and have discovered 5 of my own personal smoke spot for you to chill out in the frigid weather that is the decaying winter. No pun intended. For our first entry, we have the container joint crib. Keep heading straight until you get to the bridge leading just between the Raiders Castle and another path that leads directly to the top of the tower. Now, turn to the right and you got yourself a private shelter just tucked in the far corner of the map. Here, we have a neat little bed sheet for you to rest with a nicely lit lantern. Now, this isn't exactly the best spot in my opinion. It can get lonely with how isolating it is from the general population. But hey, at least the metal sheets cover you from the cold winds while you puff on some Nelopropene. Personally, not my favorite, since to me, this spot is equivalent to like a cabin in the middle of the woods. It's just too damn dingy, but I can definitely see the appeal. It's a perfect spot for those who want to unwind without anything bothering them, and honestly, I can respect that. Coming up at number 4, we've got ourselves the Green Gated Outpost. Now we're heading into Scav territory. The ops, I might even say. Very likely you'll run into weed-stealing Scav in here armed with malicious intent. But once the whole place is cleared out, you've got a very spacious indoor room filled with many lockers, tables, and chairs to interact with. This place even has a stairway that leads to the top. Just behind, above the stair, there's a small tower which is decently elevated for a bird watch while you chow on those hemostatic. Probably my favorite part about this place, honestly. In conclusion, initially rough at first, but you kind of get the hang of it once you sink your teeth into it. Or should I say, once you let it blunt the edge.
You suck! You ain't no talent!
Alright, I'll just get on to the next one. Caving in at number 3 is the Mountain Stone Cove. This place is located to the right side of where the safe zone is at when you come onto the entrance. The interior is quite pleasing. It has a bit of small furniture such as a table and chair to sit on, so you can perhaps roll up on those black doobies, or I guess repair your corridor PRT, since the mountain has the highest odds of spawning a workbench. There's also a ladder that leads to the top, which could actually be perfect for you to gaze the stars while being baked. Now, the reason why I put this in 3rd place despite having a good amount of positives is that it is one of the most common spots for one of those pesky hangers to constantly bombard you with copious amount of suicidal thoughts, like some grandkid of low-tier god, which is just blatantly rude when your session is interrupted every now and then. Overall, just be cautious of others you might encounter with, because other than that, it's honestly an ideal place for how close it is. At number 2, the Hidden Artwork Grotto. This is a secret cavern, real close to the aforementioned green gated outpost. By going right as you're facing the side of the stairs, and head straight to the alternative entrance of the outpost. Now, head left and you should be able to see an opening within the stone. There, you will be met with various fan-created artwork, well preserved on the walls during the collapsing. Such an atmosphere to take a hold of. It really does give you a comfortable space to zone out while you ponder about the art. This one is my favorite in particular. Reminds me a lot of New Earth. Patrolling the nuclear winter almost makes you wish for sun-baked plains, which is why, despite being claustrophobic, which is one of the traits that I dislike the most in a smoke spot, it is truly unique enough for me to place it at second. Don't forget the guitar too, it's important for this next spot. Lastly, for our final spot, the High Peak Tower. I will admit, the top area isn't anything to brag about. In fact, it's really barren. Just a couple of concrete barriers, some wooden barrel, and what's this? A singular chair for one person? How curious. Well, if you grab the guitar from the art gallery, then something happens at the tower. This guitar woman is actually the chillest person in like the entire game. Give her the guitar and she'll play some nice acoustic music, and also gives you an additional minute to the storm timer. How uncharacteristically charitable. She is so dedicated to the art of guitar that she will even continue to play, even during the storm. Such devotion. Seriously, just look at her. Does she even look down to you? Of course not. That is the face of someone who has achieved true relaxation. Nothing, and I mean nothing, will be able to get her to react. That is an absolutely remarkable feat. I forgot this used to be here. Anyway, that just about wraps up everything this video has to offer. I hope that people will be pleased with this profound knowledge. So please, share it to the people who needs it the most. Even the millions of people like the scavengers or the cultists deserves to take off the edge once in a while. I appreciate you all for being here, and until the next one, ciao.